Hello, this is Katie Ronning, and I wanted to share for the genre children's poetry the author Langston Hughes. And this is one of his books that he wrote about poetry. He writes a lot of poetry books, but this is called That Is My Dream. And I just really wanted to tell you how great Langston Hughes is. He has been a very inspiration to his culture and to the African American community. And so here's some information about Langston Hughes. So Langston Hughes is known for his colorful and realistic poetry and the portrayals of Black life in America. He writes poetry, short stories, novels. He's written some plays. He is very involved with the jazz and how he's even written about how jazz has influenced his writing, which is awesome. His life and work was mostly important in shaping the artistic contributions to the Harlem Renaissance in the 1920s. And basically, he wanted to tell stories of his people, and he even went back to Africa to learn more about the culture so that way he could share it in his writing. His poems are fabulous, they're inspirational, and they're great for all students. I have actually used them in my second grade class. So here is a picture of Langston Hughes. And then here's just one of his great poems that I enjoy reading with my second graders. It's called Dreams. And it says, "Hold fast to dreams, for if dreams die, life is a broken winged bird that cannot fly. Hold fast to dreams, for when dreams go, life is a barren field frozen with snow." I love that these poems really get children thinking. Like I said, I've used this with my second graders, and they love to try to interpret what the poem means. And then they are also inspired to go and write poems of their own. And what really started me having a great love for Langston Hughes and his poems is that I read my students Lemonade War. And the very first book, it talks about the characters being in their classroom, and the teacher is reading them Langston Hughes poems, and they're trying to interpret what those poems are or what they mean. And it's nice to be able to pull out, like, this is Langston Hughes, who we are reading about in our Lemonade War series. These are his poems, and then we interpret some of the exact same poems. So very easy to use. You can pair it with the Lemonade War. And it's just great. I love exposing children to poetry. Sadly, I think that it needs to be done more often, as I believe it often gets overlooked, but it is so powerful. And I feel like, especially now, his poems have a whole new meaning to the time that we live in. And so this is something that I will definitely continue to use in my classroom and in my library. So if you haven't had a chance to check out Langston Hughes yet, This Is My Dream would be a great place to start. Thank you.